Hello students, OCM. Next chapter number 6, Institute Supporting Business. Today we have seen this chapter. In this chapter there is a introduction of SIDBI, NABARD, KVIC, Women's Self-Help Group and World Bank. There is an introduction and features for each and every points. There is a discussion between the two people, Rupa and Dhupa. This is the business coordination. So, what is the mean by introduction? Supporting business terms. First of all, introduction. Point number 6.1. Finance is a lifeblood of the business. It is the basic foundation of all kind of economic activity. The success of an organization largely depends upon the management on its finance. Finance refers to sources of money for a business. It is difficult to raise finance for starting business as it involves high risk and it gives the various sources of finance available from different financial institutes. Then there is a small industrial development bank of India, SIDBI. Then Small Industrial Development Bank of India was established on 2nd April 1990. It was established under the Small Industrial Development Bank of India Act 1988. It was initially started as a wholly owned subsidiary of Industrial Development Bank. So it is a three institutes types of micro, small and medium enterprises MSMEs are domains for SIDBI. MSME plays the important role of Indian economy and it provide the major employment in the economy. SIDBI takes structural initiative to resolve financial and non-financial term. It helps to make MSCB strong. So it dedicated towards the evolution of the SIDBI and take place the marketing of the products of MSMEs. Then various features of SIDBI. Let us see one by one. First is Financial Institute for Promotion of MSMEs. SIDBI is established to provide the financial institutes for promotions or promoted of MSME. It provide financials of to banking and non-banking term. It increases the credit to MSMEs and operations of SIDBI also directory form from MSMEs. SIDBI take place specific needs of Indian MSMEs and not fulfilled from through traditional source of finance. Then sustainable development. SIDBI is working towards sustainable development of MSMEs in India. It helps MSMEs in creation of economic wealth while preventing ecological wealth of the country. It promotes culture of energy, efficiency and sustainable finance. It takes initiative to enhance awareness of benefits of climates and it is helps to reduce the emissions of greenhouse for reduction in pollutions. Advisory functions. SIDBI also works as advisor and mentor for MSMEs. It helps in expanding marketing channels for the products both in the domestic as well as international markets. It takes place for modernizations and technological upgradations of current units. Then services to MSMEs. Various service provided for financial and non-financial services through the subsidiary are as follows. Then first is SIDBI Venture Capital Limited, then Credit Guarantee Fund, Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, SME Rated Agency of India Limited, then India SME Technology Services, India SME Assets Regulation Company, then Microunit Development and Refinance Agency. This service provided MSMEs for following financial and non-financial services. Then achievement of national goals. SIDBI helps to poverty the employment generations to financials. It promotes entrepreneurship and fosters competitiveness in MSME sector. It take initiative in skill development of entrepreneurs. It promotes entrepreneurship among women and economically weaker sections of the society. It provides financials to industry in semi-urban areas to create more employment opportunities which reduce migrations of populations of urban area. Different forms of finance. SIDBI offers the following facilities to its customers. First is direct finance, then indirect finance and microfinance. Indirect finance, SIDBI offers direct finance to the MSEBs through working capital, term loan, foreign currency loan, equity supports, etc. Indirect finance, SIDBI offers indirect assistance by providing refinance banking level financial institutes, etc. Microfinance, SIDBI offers microfinance to small business and entrepreneurs for establish their business. Digital initiative, SIDBI Startup Mitra. It is digital initiative by SIDBI launched on March 17, 2016. It brings together all stakeholders, startup entrepreneurs, includers, investors, industries, bodies, mentors, as well as one platform. It helps in financial development of new entrepreneurs. Then Udayami Mitra. SIDBI has launched the Udayami Mitra portal to improve accessibility of credit and hand-holding services to MSMEs. They can select and apply for preferred bank through the portal. Under the portal, entrepreneurs can apply for loan without physically visiting any bank branches. Then nodal implementing agencies. SIDBI has been assigned the role of nodal agency by the Government of India. It helps to implement the MSMEs, the scheme of upgrading, modifications and expansions of the business. Then there is a activity visit there near by MSMEs and try to understand their capital formation. Then point number 6.3, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD. Then for agriculture and rural development came into existence of July 12. The NABARD has been recognized as an apex institution for agricultural finance. The NABARD was established with the objectives of providing and regulating credit and other facilities for the promotion and development of agriculture, small scale industry, and cottage and village industry, handicrafts and other rural crafts are provide economic activities in the term of NABARD. So there is a features of NABARD. There is see one by one. First is Apex Bank. NABARD acts Apex Bank for meeting the credit needs for all financial activities for field of agriculture and rural development. सो ये अपेक्स बैंक जो है वो प्रोवाइड करती है फैसिलिटी फॉर एग्रीकल्चर एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट. इट ऑल्सो मॉनिटरेट्स the flow of rural credits of India and implement the policy of central government of RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Then refinancing facilities. It provide refinancing facilities to state cooperative banks, land development bank, regional rural banks and other approved financial institutes. Financing rural economic activities. It also provide short term, medium term and long term credit for these institutes. Then assistance to financial institute. It plays an important role in preparing and developing actions plan for cooperative bank and regional rural banks. It also monitors implementations of development action plans of this bank. It provides financial assistance for MIC for management information system and computerizations of development of human resources. Then next point, provide credit for rural development. It takes in the development and promotion of different activities in rural area. It provide funds to state government. It also provide refinancing for upliftment of weakness sections of the society. It also works an improvement of small and minor irrigations by way of promoting agriculture activities, provide finance for promotion of non-farm activities, employment in non-farm sectors for the purpose of reducing rural employment. Then supervision of financial institute engage in agriculture finance. It undertakes inspection of rural bank and cooperative bank as per the guidelines of Banking Regulation Act. It can also undertake inspection of state cooperative agriculture and rural development bank and apex non-credit cooperative societies on a voluntary basis. Provide recommendations to Reserve Bank of India. It provides recommendations to Reserve Bank of India on issue of bank opening of new branches and regional rural bank. Then financial rulers industries. It plays an important role in providing financial to small scale industry and other village cottage industries, provide loans to commercial and cooperative banks to promote rural employment. It organizes skill and entrepreneurship development programs for financial rural industries. Role in national development. It plays an important role in the improvement of storage facilities for agriculture commodities, for promoting development of warehousing facilities. It also promoted the export of agriculture commodities. It is playing a key role in the development of country through green, blue and white revolution. Then Khadi and Village Industries Commission KVIC. Khadi was symbols for spirit of self-reliance in pre-independence of India. It Commission Act 1956. The KVIC was established and took over the work from all over Khadi and Village Industries Board. It plays the important activity for working of planning, promotion and production of khadi as well as in setting up village and rural industries in India. Then objectives is as social objectives, economic objectives and wider objectives. There is a features of KVIC. Then rural development, employee generations, employs rural development. India is an agriculture country and most of populations in the rural India. in rural India. KVIC is the organization which plays an active role in the development of rural India. The khadi and village industry play very important role in the development of India economic, particularly in the development of rural areas in natural resources for generating income for the rural mission. Then second, employment generations. Due to population growth, agriculture sectors it to generate additional employment in rural areas, it is necessary to create employment opportunities for the increasing workforce in rural areas. Khadi and village industry are labor intensive in the nature. The KVIC is established with the broader objectives to promote non-farm opportunities in rural areas. Then entrepreneurship development. Entrepreneurship development is one of the major functions of KVIC. KVIC has to provide additional livelihood avenues to the village communities. KVIC generate self-employment opportunities through establishment of micro enterprises by organizing traditional unemployment youth. Then financial assistance. KVIC formulated many schemes for financial assistance for rural industrializations, employment generations. It financed to the project for rural industrialization, and it also provide for margin money by way of subsidy. The state units of KVIC and district industries centers with involvement of banks. The KVIC also provide financial assistance to institutions and individuals for development and operation of khadi and village industry. Then research and development. To face the challenge of globalization, KVIC was introduced a number of new products like khadi, denim jeans, and National Institute Design to provide design supports for related activities. KVIC also charged with the responsibility of promoting research for the production of technicals and equipment employees in the khadi and village industries. Then marketing and promotion. In order to attract younger generations, the KVIC is holding exhibitions, seminars, lectures in universities and colleges to disseminate knowledge of KVIC produce. KVIC has also launched a massive marketing development plan to generate interest, awareness, and attractions among the masses. Then, other function, the KVIC is charged with the planning, promotion, organization, and implementations of program for the development of khadi and other village industry. It organized training program for khadi and village industries, may also undertake directly or through other agencies studies concerning the program of khadi and village industry. There is a activity visit nearby KVIC center and collect information about products manufactured by them. Then next point number 6.5, women self help groups, Mahila Bachat Gat. Dr. Muhammad Yunus, as economics of Bangladesh, known as father of microfinance foundations, the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh in October 1983, with the vision to eradicate poverty. Traditional banks refused to make small loan to the poor. Hence, the success of the Grameen microfinance models has inspired hundreds of countries throughout the world. Grameen Bank and Dr. Yunus jointly won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. All self-help groups are based on the fundamental principles of helping each other and unity each strength. Then the self-help group SHG is a small group of homogeneous individuals who came together with the objectives creating common fund through saving and meet members emergency by providing collateral free loan for initially called credit management group accepted the HSG strategy as an alternative credit model. Then it is a voluntary association for every members of the group make a small saving all regular interval. After group collects sufficient fund, it can start lending it to the members as per the needs as a reasonable rate of interest. Then features of women's self groups. There is a features, let us see one by one. First is a formation. Self-help group, small group of homogeneous individuals, it generally formed by the team of indicated functions of the government. The State Cooperative Act and other act is give the formation of government and does not require any formal registrations. Then it can, but these laws were found to be ineffective in addressing the needs of the SHGs. Membership homogeneous group of NSG is generally formed through the process of self selections. Upon the 5 members are required, it is difficult to manage bigger group and members for this activity of the program. The membership is for mixed groups and generally not prepared women's group and generally found to perform better than democratic setup. SHG is a group of members for the members and by the members. It the group which reflects the people real participations in the process of development. Every members of the group activity participates in the functioning of SHG. The members are responsible for their own futures by organizing themselves into SHGs. Then habit of saving. The NSGs encourage small saving habits at regular interval among its members. Saving of all group members helps to generate common funds. It is used to lend the members in time and need. The self-help group includes the third thrift and saving habits among the members of each group. Mutual trust. Most of the Indian villages are facilitating challenges such as poverty, literacy, lack of skill, health care, etc. It is difficult to take these problems individually. There is a need of group effects to solve these problems. The basic philosophy for forming SHGs is to overcome individual shortcomings and weaknesses with collective effects of small groups. Then promotes entrepreneurship. The poor and marginal individuals in rural area for face it promotes entrepreneurship. The micro enterprises use manpower in the area which generate employment opportunities in rural area. The NGO and government take motivate rural individuals to start micro enterprises by providing skill development, training and marketing and technical support. Then women empowerment consists efforts by government and non-government machineries in the economic development of women in India. Empowerment of women is recognized as the need of the hour. Though so there is a different financial and non-financial assistance to provide the self-help groups for women empowerment. SHGs empower women by providing her knowledge, finance and opportunities. Collateral free loan, formal financial services failed to meet credit requirements of rural poor individuals due to absence any recognize employment and non-availability of collateral-free loan. The lack of loans from formal institute leaves the poor and the options borrow money for the leaders at huge interest rates. The rate of interest difference differs from group to group. This is generally rate of interest charged. The SHGs are little higher than the interest charged by banks. There is a activity meet ruler activities, and there is a next point 6.6 we have seen in next lectures. Thank you.